Hey, good morning to you. What's happening? This is Oz, your Dutch uncle on Smash Bros Radio, the only digital radio station located in Pleasant Grove, Birmingham, Alabama. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you have not done so, please like, follow, share, and subscribe. You can find Smash Bros on TikTok. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram as well as Facebook. So if you have not done so, please like, follow, share, and subscribe. Also, I'm Oz, your Dutch uncle. You can find me on all social medias. You can find me on TikTok, Twitter, uh, Facebook, YouTube, as well as Instagram. So please, if you have not done so, please like, follow, share, and subscribe. We appreciate you. Smash Bros Radio is an independent, digital, operational, award-winning radio station in Alabama, Jefferson County. We're here for the independent artists. So if you have some independent artists, if you have relatives, you have friends, contact the fathers of Smash Bro, Ralph and OT. See if what can become up. We see what we can do for you. It is Monday, the first Monday in August. Can you believe that shit? First Monday. First Monday. Man, going on. Too much going on. Too much going on. So let's get it all out of the way. We're going to talk. I am so proud of my hometown, the Gump, Montgomery, Alabama. You showed up and showed out. You baptized the mutants with the Alabama come out and show out rolling folding chairs. What can you say? What can you say? Multiple videos have been shown on TikTok. We pretty much have an idea of exactly what transpired. The mutants thought that they were going to do normally what mutants think they can get away with, and found out that not today, bubbas. You ain't going to take this shit today. So, and plus, too, you have to keep in mind the mentality. They're from Selma, and that in itself is a capital reason why they did it, because they think they could get away with it. So we have come to the now. Let me back up for a moment. Understand, I do not condone violence. I don't condone it. I don't believe in it 99% of the time. There comes a time to where you have to stop being a pussy. You have got to quit being passive, and you have to take up for yourself, and you suffer the consequences. But those consequences come with positive consequences, because in that way, individuals who have gotten into the heads that we can walk over you, we can't walk over them. And that's what has come out. And again, everybody's saying, but the white ladies, fuck them white bitches. See, that's the mentality, and see, that shows you right there what I've always tried to preach and tell y'all, that the backbone, the bloodline, the substance, the foundation of white supremacy is the white females. It is what it is. It is what it is. And when a woman puts herself in a place of a man, and you strike a man, you deserve everything you get. And I don't feel sorry for it. You deserve everything that you get. You should have been pushed in the river, and you need to make sure that you go to the hospital. The Alabama River is not a clean river. So those of you who were put in the river, you may need to go get checked, because the Alabama River is not clean. At one time they would tell you, if you fished out of the Alabama River, do not eat that fish. So you do not swim, nor do you fish in the Alabama River, because that river is not clean per se. So y'all be cautious. But now you have the owner of that market down in Selma coming out saying that he wasn't involved. Bubba, you lying. Your ass was involved. You all of a sudden, just like a typical mutant, got all heated and all that, all up in your feelings and thinking that you can get away with shit. But now you understand the consequences. And you need to be closed down. But see, that's the problem with Selma anyway. There are too many former Klans people that are allowed to own businesses. Now, and I understand, I know the history, I know the past, and I know that some people can change. But some things, some things cannot be accepted. Some things cannot be forgiven, per se. There is a, right around, I think it's Brown Methodist, the historical church down in Selma, right around the corner in the black community, there is a car lot that is owned by an old white man. And it is known, it is common knowledge that that gentleman, that I'll use that term loosely, that the guy that owns that car lot was a major member of the Klan and was a major participant in some of the activities, or most of the activities down in Selma. And the black community have allowed him to own a business, and they patronize him. That is mind-blowing to me. That is mind-blowing. You know that this individual is responsible for some of your relatives, your aunts, your uncle, your grandparents, to go through this horrendous experience, and you're allowing this individual to own a business. Now you can say that he don't need to work in your community. He needs to take his mutant ass to another community. When is it going to be? When is a black community finally going to stand up and say, "Now, we can forgive you, but we're not going to turn the other cheek"? And you can forgive, because really, when you forgive somebody, you're doing that for yourself. You're doing that for yourself. You're not doing it for the other individual. Because when you apologize to the mutants and all, 9 times out of 10, they're going to think that you're pussies. So I've never seen an entire family get their ass whooped on the same day. And then you attack this gentleman doing his job. Y'all ganged up on him, but now all of a sudden y'all want to back away and say, "Well, I wasn't involved. I have a business, and so please, we're going to hold you accountable because you were an accessory to it. You allowed it to occur." So you suffer the consequences. And I think there's a to-go fund up, but please make sure that when you give or you donate to this to-go fund, that you are giving to an individual that is actually going to use those funds to help with the legal fees of the individuals, not the white folks. White folks are going to be all right. But every one of those white folks, those mutants, should be held responsible. They should suffer the consequences. And I would wager that some of you, with it being in Selma, some of those individuals live next door to those individuals and know the relatives of those individuals. It may come to the time that them mutants may have to leave Selma. Because, see, Selma is a small, antiquated, backward city. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed in Selma. The atmosphere, the attitudes are the same as when they were in the 50s and 60s. During the march, Selma has not changed. It's living in the past. There's nothing in Selma. If you had the right leadership in Selma, Selma could be a thriving business because of its historical value. But you have to have the right leadership. And then mutants do not want that attention, but you already have it, so you might as well capitalize on it. I mean, you have the anniversary march every year. You should use it, market it effectively, efficiently, because it can be done. So those individuals, those mutants, you deserved everything you got. And then you were introduced to the Alabama, to the Montgomery. You're going to find out today, baptismal folding chair. Now, I reluctantly don't subscribe to that gentleman hitting that woman over the head with, but I wasn't there. But from what I saw, she was already getting her ass whooped by a black lady. So, but shout out to Montgomery. Shout out to the Montgomery. You're going to find out today, baptismal chair, because you were baptized. You were baptized. And rightfully so. But no, Bubba, you cannot backtrack now because you were a participant, whether directly or indirectly, but you were directly involved. But since you want to use those lies, which you being a typical mutant, because now you're understanding exactly what your actions, what consequences your actions have, because you're about to be closed down. But see, that's where white entitlement came in, because, see, they should not have parked their platoon there anyway. Or they should have moved it when it was requested. But see, that's where white entitlement comes in. You have the mentality. But so every one of them should be held responsible. And if you live next door to them, you need to tell them that you were wrong. And if you know their relatives, you need to tell their relatives. You need to talk to your relatives and tell them they were stupid, because they're all over the place now, all over the world. And I can't say you put you blacken the eye of Selma. Selma's never recovered from a black eye. But see, Selma is living in a dark age to where you allow your individuals who were your opposers to thrive in your community. So, but if you donate to the to-go fund, please make sure that this individual is reputable and the funds are going to the funding of the court cost. So there it is. But don't believe Bubba. Bubba was involved. Bubba was involved. Sorry, Bubba. You got just whooped. So we are living in this type of environment in where we are living, individuals are having their feelings on their sleeves. You can't say anything without offending anybody. And that has to stop. If a statement is spoken in a pure form, in a sincere form, and not in a malicious or hated way, there shouldn't be anything wrong with it. Neo is getting crucified. The basketball player? Tyler Perry? You need to get out of your feelings, because, see, in some cases, and this anti-Semitic, I'm not, get over it. If I'm anti-Jew, okay, big whoop-de goddamn do. What does that mean? I'm anti-Jew. What exactly does that actually mean? Just because I'm anti-Jew doesn't mean I'm going to go out and do all this other stuff. I don't approve of what you're doing. And I think that when you are in kindergarten and in elementary, I think at a certain age, you don't have the experience to choose what you want to be. And I think that at a certain age, as a parent, I don't want my child to be around certain things because they're too young at this point. And yes, they are more educated, and yes, they're more advanced in certain things, but not in life. They should remain innocent until their minds can understand exactly what is transpiring and what is going on around them. I don't think that if you're a kindergarten teacher or an elementary teacher, I don't think you should have color hair. And if you're a male, I don't think you should have your nails polished. I don't think that I think that you should have a certain attire that you have to wear because you're a teacher. We had standards just like the lawyers and the dentists, the lawyers and doctors. Now, when it comes to the hair, as long as the hair is kept and is done in a professional manner, that shouldn't matter. But when it comes to clothing as a teacher, there's certain things that a teacher, I don't care if you are gay or not. If you're teaching my child, you need to keep that under wrap while you're at work. Now, what you do on your own time is something else. But while you're on the clock and you're working under the contract, I do not want my child around certain things. Because I do not want to have to answer certain questions yet. Because they're too young. They're not experienced. And that has nothing to do about going against. If you want to be whatever you want to be, good. But don't do it around my child. Not yet. Not in elementary. And some of us were raised to where there were certain things that you just didn't do. Doesn't mean that I'm anti anything. There's just certain things you just don't do. And as a teacher, we did have standards. And you can still be conservative. But there's certain things you shouldn't do around younger children. There's certain things you should not even introduce to younger children. I mean, it is what it is. So, get out of your feelings. And and these comedians that make these jokes and all, that's a job. So, get out of your feelings. I just need to come on briefly. We've got some things going on in the studio, but I just want to stop by and say hello to you. Welcome you to August. Make sure that you check on the elderly. It's supposed to be a heat warning today, so make sure you check on the elderly. Make sure you take care of your pets. School started back for some people. Please pray for these kids that have started back. Please pray. Keep their families in the schools in your prayers. I will see you hopefully Friday. Y'all take care of yourselves. Know your value. Know your worth. Know that you are the one that controls everything about you. And most importantly, know that I love you more than I love my luggage. I will see y'all Friday. Y'all take care. The live stream on the show. The live stream. On the show. The live stream. The live stream on the show.